Hello, how's everybody doing? Today we're going to be talking about ascension symptoms and what that looks like, feels like, can show up like in your daily life, in through technology, in our health, mind, body, spirit, emotions, and in our physical environments. So let's get started. I'm going to be reading off some notes so that you know why I'm not looking at you directly, because I had to make a lot of notes to keep myself on track here. So, sources of ascension energies are the ascension-related energies that we experience may come from a number of sources. Cosmic energy from the galactic center, solar energy, and energy from celestial bodies, and astronomical events such as eclipses and solstice. Other ascension symptoms are a result of the energy centers of the body, the chakras, opening, activating, expanding with higher frequencies of energy. Negative symptoms can also indicate a block or an imbalance in the chakra system and can occur when cleansing and clearing the chakras and whenever lower frequencies are being released. This conscious evolutionary process is rapidly accelerating on Earth. And at this time, we have access to high vibrational energies. And since everyone is wired a bit differently, each person is experiencing these changes in their own way and in their own time, in a way that the ascension process is related to how we each work with our own individual energy, beliefs, and experiences. There is no right or wrong way to ascend because it's an ongoing and a unique process for everyone. For the highly sensitive and starseeds, psychic individuals, this ascension process can be a bit more challenging, and the energies that are involved can be feel more intense. The planet, animals, and environment are also going through major physical changes and are ascending in their own way, in their own time. Some of these ascension symptoms are quite noticeable, while others are subtle and happening at a molecular level. Just take a look at the changes occurring on the Earth with the strange, intense weather patterns. Many are also noticing the peculiar behavior of many animals at this time. The planet as a whole, including the mineral, plant, animal kingdom, are all releasing toxins that humankind has caused for centuries. The unexplained symptoms that humans are experiencing is also about releasing toxins. These toxins have been accumulating within our bodies and minds for so long on an individual and collective level. Ascension symptoms happen on a physical, mental, and emotional level. Spiritually, it is about energy and consciousness. As one begins to experience the ascension process, old patterns, behaviors, and beliefs that have limited one's perception and kept their vibration in a denser state of being begin to reemerge. I don't know, you're laughing. I had this bug that was just, it was just here, like it was a little angel just hanging with me, just looking at me. So funny. Negative thoughts and emotions that had been previously swept under the rug and repressed may begin to resurface so that they can finally be acknowledged and released. Old energy that is stuck within us can create blocks which prevent new energy flows to come through us, while also limiting our awareness. Throughout the ascension process, these old energies get pushed up to the surface, allowing us the opportunity to clear those blocks within our physical, mental, and emotional bodies. and to transmute those negative energies. We begin to let go of the denser thoughts, emotions, and behavioral patterns which no longer serve us. And soon the planet itself may no longer support these older, denser energies, since Earth itself is ascending to a higher vibrational state. These old energies can no longer remain and must be released if one is going to raise their vibration and expand their consciousness to a higher degree. It is as if we must get rid of the clutter and the old baggage that has been weighing us down for so long, keeping us stuck in old, repetitive, and self-defeating patterns and limited perspectives. The goal is to become lighter and perceive reality for what it is instead of what we were programmed and conditioned to believe it is. It's about taking our personal power back in one sense, and in another sense, it's about learning to cooperate and co-create with others on the level of humanity and with the earth itself. There is a lot going on inside of you on many levels. It's as if your system is rebooting, being fine-tuned and upgraded. Old patterns start to fall away as one starts to embody much more light. And as we allow more of the light awareness into our being, we begin to raise our energetic frequency as a whole. Out with the old and in with the new. There's a purifying and releasing of the block energy that is vibrationally at a 3D level, while you begin to vibrate in a higher dimension or at a higher frequency and level of awareness, moving into the 4D and 5D. A majority of the ascension symptoms occur on a conscious level. When we are ready, we can begin to process and move through the old energies that were holding us back and keeping us down. As this shift of perception occurs, we can then begin to allow new energies to flow through us and move us forward in a new and higher vibration of thought, feeling, and being. Each level of ascension helps us to let go of what no longer serves us and equips us with the tools for the next phase of the process. Ascension symptoms also occur on a subconscious level, as there is much cleansing and releasing during deep sleep phases and within dreams. This allows old thought patterns and energies to be worked through while integrating new energies in a more subtle way that is less shocking to the conscious mind and body. As one advances through the ascension process, there are periods where the energy and symptoms become more intense for days at a time, and then periods where symptoms cease altogether. The process is different for everyone. All right, so during the ascension process, changes are occurring on all levels of your being. Ascension is completely natural and universal. As one shifts in vibration frequency, and as their awareness expands, symptoms are experienced on the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual level. Your system is rebooting, being tuned up. Old patterns will begin to fall away as one starts to embody much more light and develops a more expanded awareness of who you are and the collective reality that you are part of. So let's start to take a look at some of these symptoms. All right, so I'm going to list quite a few, and I do have a more in-depth version of Ascension symptoms. I think it's Ascension 101 and Ascension symptoms that are already on YouTube. That's older, but I thought I'd do a newer update here and include, actually at first I want to include, so one of the things that we are affected a lot by, and I don't think people realize it enough, is solar storms. And so I want to talk about how that affects us here, give some bullet points. So technologically, when we have solar storms, and you can find out, watch the sun and see what's happening. There's a lot of solar storms that are coming in, and the electromagnetic field around the earth has gotten thinner. So we're being much more impacted with electromagnetic and radiation and the effects of these solar storms, because our field around the earth is thinner right now, and it affects all of us, and it affects our environment. So technological is GPS issues, large systems disruption, so meaning like it could be electrical grids and stuff like that, electrical fires, internet glitches, cell phone outages, grid outages. Large systems could be like the airplanes, all of their with the tower and everything being directed. The word is I'm missing the word right now. Health issues, heart rate variations, blood pressure changes, stroke, infraction risk, autoimmune spikes. If you have an autoimmune, it might spike during that time. If you are prone to migraine or seizures, that it spikes during that time. Psychological issues are higher. Cognitive your issues diminish. Emotional instability happens. And geophysically, the jet stream strengthens. We have higher temperatures across the planet, stronger storms and lightning, and seismic activity, so earthquakes and volcanic eruptions. Isn't that interesting? So I will put NASA's link and a couple other links so that you can find out more about the sun, because it really does affect us in a lot of different ways, positively and disruptively. And we have to pay attention to that. So sometimes when your computer's not working, it isn't your internet company. It could be that the sun's coming in and it's just disrupting everything. There's a CME that hit, and the energies of that is causing things, and also that's what can cause some crazy storms. And like I said, earthquakes and stuff. And there's a bunch of science behind all of this too. All right, so let's get to emotional, physical, mental, and spiritual. So starting off, you can have cold or flu-like symptoms that appear and then disappear just as suddenly without it escalating. Frequent headaches, head pressure, or other unusual sensations in the crown area, warmth, tingling, pinpricks, pulsating energy. I have a lot of stuff with my head, you can just feel pressure, increase in sensitivity to smell, strange smells from time to time that seem to come out of nowhere, science and allergy issues, changes in vision and perception, catching glimpses of shadows, mists, or smoke, flashes of light, sparkles, color, and swirling forms of energy. I've also had things like blurring, like it's going in between different realities, like things doing funny things that I was seeing, it's almost like you can see the energy and it ripples. There's some rippling that goes on. So changes in hearing or sensitivity to sound, hearing strange sounds, tones and frequencies in your ear, whooshing, buzzing, or ear popping, pressure, also tinnitus. I've had that. Periods where you feel extremely cold for long periods of time or have a chill in your body, cold hands and feet, circulation issues. Sudden intolerances, allergies to certain foods or other products, and chemical sensitivities. changes in sleep patterns, waves of extreme fatigue that come and go unexpectedly, periods of restlessness or insomnia, a need for more or less sleep than normal. A lot of us experience this. Just yesterday it was like, oh, or actually this last week was just like, oh my gosh, I just have to go sleep. Can't do anything else. So a lot of times when you're wanting to sleep and you can't do it, your body is going through a process of changing. And it's just like if you're sick and you have the flu and you sleep a lot, it's like your body is healing, and the same thing, your body is transforming, it's alchemizing to the changes that are going on, and your body needs you to not put energy out or not to be thinking, because things are happening that we're not aware of, that need time to assimilate. And you're changing from a much denser body into a much more plasma light body. And so and then when you're doing that, you're experiencing the world in a different way. And so that's why you'll have sensitivities to things that you might not have had sensitivities to before. Because you're also, like I talked about in the beginning, is you're clearing things out. And so as you clear things out, now you're much more aware. You have a greater consciousness and awareness, and your body is more attuned, and you're more conscious and observing yourself. Okay, so let's go back to this. Yes, sporadic sleep schedules, repeated waking in the middle of the night, especially around 3 a.m., unusual dreams or more lucid dreams, increase in daydreaming fantasy, flashes of insights and vision, increased creativity and imagination. And I would add to that, like a knowingness, like something just comes up and you say something and you're like, I didn't even know I know that. I knew that. And they're like, how do you know that? And I don't know, but I just know it. Like, it's just like there's no question that what you just said was true for you. Intense waves of heat through the body, hot flashes, chills, or night sweats, feeling extremely hot, or waves of warming energy in various chakra centers. Increased static electrical charge in the body, energy zaps, tingling, itching, pinpricks, muscle spasms, or twitches that occur sporadically in certain parts of the body. I felt that a lot in my heart, and I also had energy coming up through my feet that would wake me up in the middle of the night and scare the bejesus out of me. And then I learned to just relax, and I would check in and make sure something wasn't wrong with me. I didn't need to go to the hospital, and then I would just say, I choose love, and I would relax and let the energy move through me, or let whatever was going to happen. I checked that it was, a high energy. It wasn't something trying to come in and hurt me at all. General body aches and pains, tension, soreness, not caused by energy or exercise. You might have like one day your shoulder hurts, and you're like, what's going on? And the next day it's your left knee, and then it's your foot, or it's your back, or it's your tooth or something, and it's just, you're like, what the hell? You feel like you're falling apart. But if you watch it, you'll see it's jumping all around. And so you can just become aware of that. Clumsiness, lack of coordination at times, bumping into or dropping objects more often, dizziness or feeling ungrounded, sporadic bursts of increased energy or inspiration, feeling hyperactive or frantic energy, panic attacks, accelerated mental energy, racing or scattered thoughts. So, I've had most of these. The last few that I've read, unexplained, not necessarily everything in there, but unexplained nervousness or anxiety that comes and goes spontaneously for no apparent reason. Yes, particularly in the beginning when you're first experiencing these, because it's such an oddity. It's really different from how you've been experiencing yourself, so it can feel a little crazy making. And so that can create some anxiety, and particularly if there aren't people around you who are experiencing it also, or experiencing things, or you can talk about it. So, feel free if you need to talk to somebody about it or find out more, follow me or join my Patreon, or go to my YouTube. There's lots of stuff there, so you won't feel alone. You're not alone. No matter how lonely you feel and whatever you are not alone in going through these things. And you know, get support. That's really the most important thing that I can say, is get support and find people like myself who can support you, or friends that are also going through it, and you can talk about it. I did that one. Feeling intense or unusual vibrations, experiencing pulsating or rushing waves of energy, tingling sensation, pressure throughout the body or in specific areas. Again, yes, had that. That was kind of like my nighttime thing that used to happen for a while. Extreme sensitivity, feeling over emotional, episodes of crying for no apparent reason, or bouts of hysterical laughter for no apparent reason. Yes. Periods of intense frustration, anger, or rage, short-tempered or easily agitated or impatient. Yes, a lot of us had that, and periodically I just had some of that, really easily agitated and impatient this last week. Sometimes it feels just like life is, there's fingernails on a blackboard somewhere, and you don't know why you even feel that. Like nobody's doing anything to you. It's just, it can feel that way when I feel that sometimes when the solar energy's coming in. But you know, who knows? There's all different reasons. Also, high collective conscious energy when there's fear and stuff that can put us all in this too. Moments where you experience increase in heart rate out of the blue, or unusual sensations in the heart area. Yes, and blood pressure going up, the same for, so it can be, that can be the sun, but also I think that's the sun plays a big part in our ascension. So, so definitely related. Unusual skin changes that come and go, rashes, hives, itches, tingling, and also the lighter you become, your skin kind of becomes more iridescent. You'll also realize that you'll start looking, after a while, after, you know, not right away, but after a while, your skin will start looking younger. It will change, and even some structures of your face and stuff like that might change. Changes in hair and nail texture, color, or rate of growth. Hair and nails may grow faster than normal. Mine do. Feeling more drawn into be in nature and more serene environments. Yes, how many of you? A sudden increase in synchronicities, meaningful coincidences, which seeing not like 1111 or other reoccurring numbers often. Those are kind of signs that yes, you're on your path, or yep, keep going, or you know, you can look them up and see. Abrupt changes with jobs, friends, hobbies, interests, or living environments, or a strong urge to relocate. Yep. Physicality may feel unreal at times, and external reality appears dreamlike at times. Increased self-talk or inner dialogue, issues with voice or speech. Yes. A need for more personal space and alone time. You're turned more inward because you're feeling your feelings. You're doing that inner work to transform that descent energy, to release the old programming, so you can be in the new higher frequency energies. Feeling a loss or a sudden loss of your old identity and calling to find your true self, a calling to find your true self. Like you want to know who you really are. But at the same time, there's this grief around, you know, having to let go of certain friends because they don't match where you're going or what you want. And it just keeps holding you back, and it isn't working, and it's making you, you know, feel irritated and agitated, and you're getting mad at yourself, and you're getting mad at them, and that isn't where you want to go. That isn't who you are. So sometimes you have to release those. You might come back to them, but again, it's like that release. But there is, you know, like, and it's also can be scary, because like, who am I if I'm not this whatever label of a person, right? So if you're labeling yourself like, well, if I said, well, who are you? And you start, you know, I'm an attorney, or I'm a mother, or I'm a, your job title, I'm a woman, I'm a man, blah, 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 and you start, or I'm clumsy, or, whatever people, I'm the happy one, or I'm the Pollyanna, or I'm the drama king, or whatever, all those things, when you realize like you're none of that really, those are just labels that you're putting here now, but who are you really? Who are you really? And it's like, well, who am I without all those things? And if you're not operating from the past and all those labels in this moment, who will you operate as, right? So it's both kind of, it's scary, and because part of you in that part too want to be like, well, will I be accepted? The new me, who will I be accepted? And right now, honestly, I would say some people won't accept that because they're not evolving at this time. Remember, everybody's evolving at different times. So you might be the only one in your family or the only one in your group of your friends that's evolving. But there are other people out there just like you that might be the next door family, that there's one person in that family that's evolving and one person down the street, and you're just going to have to find each other or join groups or find somebody again to support you so that you can, you don't want to feel alone, and you're not meant to do this alone. Okay, so where am I here? So self-talk and inner dialogue. Yep. Feeling invisible, alienated, or detached from others or the world around you. Yep, what I was just saying. And even though you might be feeling that, I want you to, what you're going to discover about who you really are is how connected you are to everything. So you are in no way, invisible, alienated. There might be a few people that are doing that, but on the whole, there's a lot of people who've got your back, who see you, who hear you, and visible and invisible. So you are supported, whether you're feeling that or not. So I just want you to know that. Feeling a deep longing to go home, even though you may not know where home is, so that you would be a starseed. A sense of urgency, like you're running out of time, that something is about to happen. Yes, this is what's happening, right? It's like, oh my gosh, this is happening. I'm supposed to, it's like, oh yes, this is what I came here for. But can feel all super confusing. And like I said, crazy making. But it will, as you go through it and you have some help and some guidance and learn about it and learn about you, it will all start to make sense. So just know, in the beginning, it could be very, very upsetting, but as you make your way through it, you will feel more grounded, and you'll be more of you, and it will be some amazing things are going to happen from that. Okay, so moments of heightened energy where you may receive channeled information or automatic writing. You become much more psychic. Sudden lack of mental focus and ability to concentrate or comprehend linear information. Feeling scattered, brain fog, confusion, forgetting things more often. One of the things that we get, and that's the frustrating, because moving from the 3D to the 5D, and it's also some of us are really our more natural language is being psychic, is that we forget words for certain things. So that's very common. It isn't that you don't have, it's you're more in the moment. And sometimes too, we're trying to describe things that are really hard to describe, like energy and what's happening. Feeling ungrounded at times, scattered or spacey thoughts, feeling detached or in a dreamlike trance, yes. Time distortions, losing track of time, a sense of time is speeding up or slowing down at various moments. You begin to see halos of light around people, animals, and objects, distorted or blurred. Blurred vision, sensitivity to bright light, more intense closed-eyed visions. I see like wonderful colors and stuff now. It's just like, I'm just like, wow. Increased telepathy with other people and animals, flashes of insight and increased intuition, feeling that you have a divine purpose on the planet and that you are on a special mission. Profound feeling of love, peace, understanding, and interconnectedness with all things. Increased psychic awareness and sensitivity, clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, and intuition. Bizarre or intense dreams, prophetic or precognitive dreams or dreamlike visions occurring more often. Electronic devices may malfunction, often in your presence. Lights may flicker or bulbs burn out. A feeling that you are not alone or that there is a non-physical presence near you. Visits from angels, spirits, messengers, and your guides, your higher self. Experiencing sudden inspirations and divine revelations, rushes of energy and flashes of deep insight. A feeling that something's about to happen or something important is coming, although you don't know what or when. And I would say also like light language, sound healing. You're much more interested in the alternative ways of being with yourself, and you start to discover the healing effects for you, like sound healing or light language, making sounds, whether you're making them from your own voice or whether you're using musical instruments or whatever. Also light, different, you're just interested in those different things, and you use those to help you heal. You find that help you come back more into balance and to remember who you are. So it isn't things you have to go out there and get, it's you're remembering who you are. So I want you to please note that not all these symptoms can be assumed to be attributed to ascension process only. So follow your own inner guidance and intuition and use discernment when necessary, and consult a healthcare professional as needed. Really important, for you to test for that and take care of yourself. So, and through this whole process, just overview, I have a lot of information out there about for self-care, and make yourself a priority, and use, the cleanest, clearest choices for your life that you can. So look at your environment. How can you clean it up? How can you detox it? Your food, what you put on your body, what you put in your body. Just learn what are toxins and how to detox. I would say that would be one of the best things that you can do for yourself. Learn how to do some liver detoxes, how to take some detox baths, cut down on the toxins that are going in your body. Little by little, so you don't want to detox. You don't want to get off everything all at once, because you'll have a overload of detox that will make you feel really sick. But if you gradually do that, you'll do well, and make sure you're getting as much sleep and paying attention. If you feel tired and you can take a nap, take a nap. That's one of the most important things that you can do, is to pay attention to yourself, love yourself unconditionally. Have patience with yourself, have compassion with yourself. And I can't reiterate enough, find people to be with that are going through this process also. It really does help a lot, really a lot. And again, reminding you, you are not alone. There is a lot of us, even though it feels like there might not be, there is a lot of us out here who, have gone through ascension, are going through ascension, have experienced a lot of things that are ahead of you, and we're here to help you. We're helping guide those that are right behind us. So you don't have to experience what I had to experience, finding out a lot of this on my own, and then gradually finding more and more people as time went along. But anyway, Until we meet again, love, live, and matter. And you can do this. I know it. You're here for a reason. And I thank you for being here. And I thank you for doing the work. All of us thank you. Humanity thanks you. All right, take care. Bye.